Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. I'm trying out Speed Freak here on the Vectrex. This is basically a homebrew demo of Speed Freak, the arcade original. It's a game that has been around for a long time. Anybody who watches Steve Benway will recognize this scrolling highway and you drive a car down it. And now there's a demo for it for the Vectrex. I was going to do a video about this, as a few people have done, and then the guy who makes it actually released an update, version 1.1. So this is version 1.1. I think in the notes the guy just said that it had too much brightness in one corner of the car down on the bottom of the screen or something like that. Other than that, I don't know of any other changes, so let's try this out. So I think it's number 4 to start. Yeah, and then basically 4 to accelerate. And then I think, can you just drive up the road? What could be harder than that? Well, there's obstacles, and I think the road, oh, like that. The road gets more and more complicated as you go. And I think 3 slows you down? Yeah, 3 will slow you down. Did I see a Spikes on post there? I think I did. Oh, okay. So yeah, a very good rendition of Speed Freak, the arcade original, including how complicated and hard it is to play. Got a timer counting down. I believe when Willie over at Arcade USA played this, he actually got far enough to unlock extended time. So I'm going to see if I can do that. It's challenging. Good use of the sound. Except for when I crash. 8 seconds. I'm not going to be unlocking any extended time. Let me just try it out here. Oh, man. Hard with the controller. And game over. Yeah, so you need like 300 points. All right, well, let's give that another whirl here. And concentrate this time. Analog control, which is very good. I do like that about the Vectrex. Should have slowed down there. I like the analog controller of the Vectrex, but to be honest, when a lot of the majority of games that people remember were kind of more designed for joysticks and D-pads, with like basically digital up, down, left, right, not analog up, down, left, right, very few games make use of that. And as a result, the vast majority of stuff that comes out as a homebrew for the Vectrex is more of a D-pad type game. I've even got a modified Sega Genesis controller so I can do games like that. But this game definitely needs analog, and this is hard. Much like the arcade original. The arcade original was tough as nails. I tried it on MAME, and it's hard to get a control scheme to work, but even with all that in mind, it's a hard game. All right. Well, 2 on 9. I did better there. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to try then is I do have this overdrive controller, which is basically a steering wheel. So I'm going to hook that up to the Vectrex and just see, can I play it with an overdrive? Because that would be perfect. Okay, overdrive is in. Let's give it a whirl. I'll just try it just to begin with. It may or may not support it. Well, it does, but it's... You really got to crank on the wheel. No, this isn't going to work. Yeah, this is totally not going to work. When I tried out the... There's a game from the Vectrex Academy where you were driving through traffic and you basically just did... Yeah, no, this is totally not going to work. I'll show you the problem. If you're trying to drive, like, you really got to ream to the extremes of the controller to make this work. It was too bad, because you would think, okay, I'm not even going to hit properly. But yeah, you would think a steering wheel would be perfect, but you really got to like get to the extreme edges. Okay, well, that's not going to go anywhere. You really got to get to the extreme edges before it'll recognize that you've turned the wheels. So that's totally not going to work. I got 10 more seconds. I'm not even going to make 100 points. So the overdrive, no good. I could try the D-pad, but the Sega Genesis controller, I don't think that's going to work with beans. Yeah, no, No good for the overdrive, forget that. Okay, we're back to normal controller. Give it one more try, but I think I'm basically hooped here. I mean, maybe if I hold the, if I don't go so fast, and instead of just my typical way of, I'll show you in a second, my typical way of holding the Vectrex thumbstick is by putting my thumb on the end of the thumbstick. This time I'm actually holding it like a proper joystick. Seems to be working a little better. And I've gotten farther. And you don't want to go too fast because you got all these obstacles here. And you do want to use the brakes, actually. Like for those tricky parts where it really starts to S-bend, you really want to hold it better. I can't wait to see the final version of this because this is really good. This is a very good recreation of Speed Freak. And if I could get the control worked out to make it as fun, but also, oh, hey, I made extra time. Yay, there we go. And I smashed. But there we go. Okay, I'm feeling better now. I actually did manage to get, so it is the control scheme. I'll show you in a second how I'm holding here. But, yeah, this is a game. What? What did I hit there? This is a game that really requires a lot of control, precise movement, hit the brakes. Look at this particular windy path. This is very hard. Yeah, I went off the road there. Hey, game over. All right, 313. That's pretty good. Just to give you an idea of how I was controlling. So typically when I play, I just put my thumb on there and I do it that way. But this time I actually held it like a proper joystick and did it, you know, wiggled back and forth. That got it working. So very cool. Well, that is Speed Freak for the Vectrex version 1.1. Didn't notice any particular difference with what the car looked like compared to other people's footage, but that's okay. The maker of it seems to be thinking that it was important enough to patch. So that's it. I'm going to put a link below to where this ROM is so you can try it out yourself. It's really cool. Can't wait to see what the final product looks like. I'm going to leave it there. So until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.